YouTube, what's going on, baby? Like always, hope y'all having a good day. Hope y'all in great spirits and in good health. And on today's episode of Trouble in the Yard, I'm gonna be going over the things that I think you should not be doing to your Bermuda grass when it comes out of dormancy early. All right, so let's get into it right quick, baby. Let's roll. So before we get into all that, man, first thing first, I want to show y'all what happens when you put down Preemergent at the right time and you water it in. You do everything perfect. Everything, the timing is just perfect on your Preemergent. You water it in and you do your job, right? You do your job, Preemergent does its job. Check me out. We're still early with coming out of dormancy, right? So it's not fully green yet. But check this out, man. Check this out. And don't get it twisted, man. With this crazy weather, you know what I'm saying? Some weeds did get by. They did get by. But let me show you. This is what happens when you don't put Preemergent down at all. See what I'm saying? Y'all see that difference? Y'all see that difference? At this point, I don't think I have to keep preaching Preemergent to y'all, man. Y'all see what it does. You see what it does. But with that being said, I still have to show y'all what happens when you put Preemergent down and you don't water it in. All right, let's go. All right, so that was my front yard, but this is my backyard. And in previous videos, I already told y'all, man, I don't treat my backyard as well as I do my front, and that's because of curb appeal reasons. But I did put Preemergent down. I'll leave a link to that video when I put it down. But I did not water it in because I thought I was about to be getting some rain. And guess what happened? It didn't rain. It didn't rain at all. So I'm a little lazy when it comes to the backyard. I don't put as much work in. I showed y'all what happens when you put Preemergent down, you water it in, and everything works out great. I also showed you what happens when you don't put Preemergent down at all. And now I'm just showing y'all what happens when you put Preemergent down and you do not water it in. It's very, very important that you water in your Preemergent, all right? So with that being said, let's get into the reason why you really clicked on this video. All right, let's go. All right, so in the past couple of days, man, well, the last 2 weeks or so, I had people come and ask me, hey man, my grass coming out of dormancy. I got weeds everywhere. That Preemergent you told me to put down, it did not work. I'm getting it from all kinds of angles. So I'm gonna go over right now what you should not be doing to your Bermuda grass right now with the coming out of dormancy, all right? Don't worry, got me a little list wrote down so I can stay on topic, all right? So now, the first thing I want to get into is probably the most damaging thing you can do right now. It's probably the worst thing you can do, and that's why I got it as #1 on my list. Do not scalp, all right? Do not scalp your grass right now. I know it's coming out of dormancy, man, it's growing. It's time to get going with the season. We got an early season. No, we are going through something which I call like a false spring, right? A false spring. And that's when weather is constantly in the 80s, pollen's everywhere, the weeds are germinating, grass is growing, everything looking beautiful. Spring is here. Oh, it's so joyous. No, we're in a false spring. That was mid-February, early March when that stuff started to happen. Now we are in mid-March. It's March 14th. Today is March 14th, and it's 50 degrees outside. And so, let me tell you why I don't want you to scalp. Full scalp. What a full scalp is, it means taking it completely down to the lowest level your mower can possibly go. You take it all the way down to the dirt. That's what a full scalp is, right? And what a full scalp helps you do, when your grass is fully out of dormancy, and you start to get all this green up, this good green up right here. See that good green up right here? That's a green up, but you still have this old dead grass from the fall dormancy, right? And what a full scalp would do is take all of this down to the dirt. You cut off all that dead grass, and you're giving your green ups, your green sprouts, all the sunlight. You're getting sun, hot soil, all that stuff stimulates growth, right? The problem is when you do a full scalp and the weather is not constantly in the 80s, you know what I'm saying, 80s, 90s or whatever, and then you get into the freezing temps at night, what you can do is cause your grass to go into shock. Why? Because it's freezing temperatures. Your ground is getting cold, that puts your roots into a shock state. Like once you shock your roots, that can damage your grass and also cause you to green up a lot later than everybody else. All right, so what I want you to do instead is pre-scalp. It's something I call a pre-scalp, right? And what a pre-scalp is, it's the normal HOC. And what HOC stands for, height of cut. That's your normal height of cut. That's where you plan on keeping your grass all season, a level that you can achieve all season without scalping your grass. You can consistently keep it at that height, right? Your normal height of cut. That's a pre-scalp. That's what I like to call a pre-scalp. So instead of doing a full scalp right now, do a pre-scalp. That's my number one. Let's get into number two, baby. Don't feed it. Do not feed it, all right? I see a lot of people say, oh, like I say, man, we're coming out of dormancy. I'm getting that green up. Man, it's time to go ahead and dominate, man. Let's put down some fertilizer. Let's go. Do not feed it. And why? Because I said, because of the temps, man. We had a fall spring. We were in the 80s. We were in the 80s, high 70s, mid 80s for about 2 weeks. But now, like I said today, we're in the 50s. We have freeze warnings every night. It's crazy, man. This weather is crazy. So, and the reason why I don't want you to try to feed your grass is it's pointless at this time, because once you put down fertilizer, that nitrogen is used for growth, right? Putting fertilizer and nitrogen down on your grass is not gonna take it up because it's cold outside. That heat stimulates growth. And if you don't have heat, it's not gonna grow. So you're wasting fertilizer, right? That brings me to my second point. Hey, Trouble, well, I got green grass and I got weeds. I can just go buy weed and feed. I can do them both at the same time. Gotcha. True enough, you could, but the temp is not good for that at all, period. You're wasting money on weed and feed. So instead of using a weed and feed, just use a plain old broadleaf weed killer. You want to get rid of your weeds right now, if they eating you up that bad, just use a broadleaf weed killer. That's all it's meant to do, is kill weeds. I've already come out and done mine. I put down Preemergent, but I didn't water it in. So what happened? I got weeds coming in. So what I did was I put down a broadleaf weed killer. I had weeds everywhere. You see that? It's turning yellow. They're not green anymore. It's all turning yellow. You can see that one. It's wilting, leaning to the side. All that's turning yellow. All right. Y'all see that? That's yellow. That's dying. They crumbling up and dying right now. So use just a broadleaf weed killer. When you put down a broadleaf weed killer, you want constant temps. I think it's from like 60 to about 80 degrees, right? Because just like the grass, if it's cold outside, the weeds are not going to be taking up any nutrients, right? So if it's cold outside and the weeds don't want to take up anything, they're not going to take up that weed killer either. Feel me? And if they do take it up, it's going to be very, very, very slow. So if you do put down a broadleaf weed killer in hopes to kill your weeds off, give it some time. I know that bag or that bottle may tell you 3 days it'll be dead, but at this time with these temps, give it 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks, then your weeds should start dying off. All right, with that being said, my number 2 thing that I do not want you to do not feed it. Do not use weed and feed right now. Broadleaf weed killer is your friend right now. All right, let's get into number 3. Don't water it. Do not water your grass right now, y'all. It's useless. You're wasting money. You're wasting time and you're wasting money. Why? Because like I said, we had a false spring. I keep saying it, we had a false spring. Yes, the weather was 80 degrees. You know, booming, we having a nice time. But it's gonna get back cold. Temps are gonna go right back down. Your grass ain't taking up that water. I promise you that. I promise you that, because it doesn't want to do anything. It pretty much wants to go back to sleep because it's getting cold again. That green up is there. You want to beat your neighbors. You want to have the best yard on the block. Trust me, I do too. But listen to me. You're wasting time. You're wasting money. Do this instead. Let Mother Nature water it for you. Mother Nature take care of that for you. You know what I'm saying? It's better for your grass anyway. That's my number 3 thing. Do not water your grass, all right? Instead, let Mother Nature just do it for you, all right? So, with that being said, man, let's do a recap. Let's do a recap, make sure y'all got it, all right? Number 1 on the list, do not scalp. It can slow you down a whole lot, all right? Instead, do a pre-scalp. You keep it at your normal HOC. I'm giving y'all terms right now. Keep it at your normal HOC. That's the height that you plan on keeping your grass all year anyway, all right? Number 2, do not feed. Your grass is not gonna take up that nutrient, all right? If you do have weeds in your yard right now that you wanna get rid of, use just a broadleaf weed killer, not a weeding feed. Number 3, do not water. Your grass will not take up that water. Instead, let Mother Nature do it for you. That's it, baby. That's it. I just wanted to answer a few questions. I've been getting a lot of messages from people. People been texting me and calling me and talking about pre-emergent didn't work. It's hot outside. Like, hey, spring here and I got weeds everywhere. You said pre-emergent was gonna solve my problem. I'll tell you, man, it will not solve your problem that overnight like that. Okay, I'm going on my 4th year of lawn care right now, man. I'm going on my 4th year, and I'm just not getting my grass like that. And y'all can see, I still got weeds, man. I still got weeds, even in the front. Still got weeds here and there in the front, but it's nowhere near as bad as my back, and it's definitely not as bad as my neighbors. So, hey, that's just how it goes. You have to take your time with this stuff. You have to be very patient. You have to work with the weather, not against it, okay? Man, you just have to take your time with it, okay? Hopefully y'all learned something today, man. Hopefully I answered a lot of questions. And if I didn't answer your question and you still got another question, man, leave me a comment. Leave me a comment. As you can see, I respond to everybody, every single person. Even if your comment is negative, I'ma still respond to you, man. That's just what I do. And to the people that have been commenting and I got to you late, I don't know, YouTube's tripping, man. They didn't send me a notification. They didn't tell me that anybody was commenting on my page or watching my videos or nothing. So I had no clue I was getting any action on this lawn charm, all right? I apologize. I will do a better job of just manually checking it myself, okay? And before I let y'all go, man, I gotta let y'all know, I finished up a project, man, and I did not bring y'all along for the ride. I am sorry. It's just something I just went ahead and did on my own, and I wasn't even thinking. So remember I told y'all I was gonna redo this weed fabric in my fire pit area. I've already done that. All I do is just put down more rocks in the spots where it didn't quite fill in. But I did something else, man, and that I'm very proud of that I did. I added, y'all see that? I added these mulch beds to the side of the walkway, and I also added extra pavers on the walkway. It's just something that hit me, man. My imagination struck, and I just wanted to try something. I've never done it before, so I just want to try something, man. Y'all let me know how it turned out, all right? Let me know how it turned out, what y'all think about it, man. I even added the path lights to it as well. So this is what we got now, man. Remember I did this with y'all. I did that video right here with y'all. I just added this to it, and my plan is to add this same mulch bed right here all the way around the patio, all the way around the fire pit, all the way down that walkway, and also all the way around my grilling station, okay? Y'all tell me how y'all think that'll look, man. Y'all leave me a comment. How y'all think that'll come out? Mulch bed all the way around here with the lights. You know, mulch bed all the way around the fire pit and all the way around the grilling station. All the way around here, and then I'm gonna do another walkway that matches this, a walkway like this from this patio right here all the way around to the fence, and it all match. What y'all think about that, man? Y'all leave me a comment. Tell me how you think that'll turn out, and if I should bring y'all along for the ride. You know what I'm saying? I turn y'all on next time and make sure y'all get that. Leave me a comment, let me know if you want to see that. But that's it, baby. That's it. I just wanted to tell y'all the things y'all shouldn't be doing right now. Don't let this grass stuff get on your nerves, man, because it will. Don't let it stress you out. Take your time, be patient, and learn to grow with it, man. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to grow with your grass. You know, as cliche as that may sound, that's the truth. You have to grow with your grass, okay? Y'all gotta become one. I'm gonna leave y'all with that, baby. I'm gonna leave y'all with that. So, like always, man, hope y'all had a good day. Hope y'all in great spirits and in good health. One thing trouble in the yard gonna do, you can bet your ass, I'm gonna cut my grass. Y'all be good, baby.